Many people dream of living on a beach, but have you ever dreamed that you'd be paid to live on a beach? Well, today, my friend who is an American expat is going to allow me to have a tour of his place, pre-renovation by the way, so you're going to see it before, and then later on I'll make a video of the after, of a remarkable deal that he struck that's actually going to profit him to live in this house on this beautiful beach. One of the hardest places to find yourself a rental is on the beach. And here in Roxas City, we have the longest continuous beach in any city in the Philippines. And I can tell you from my own experience, it can be very, very difficult to find a rental. The beaches here are absolutely gorgeous, and a lot of locals come here, especially on the weekends, which means that you have to compete with a whole economy of places that are going to be rented out to locals on the weekends for maybe 10,000 pesos a night, and 20, 30 people might join in from all the distant family relatives for that weekend, and therefore lowering the cost per adult for them to have this kind of vacation. Now, I was here before the big rush of all the people here, and this was the place for me. It's very close, 2 kilometers to the airport, and then only 2.3 kilometers to the SM Mall. And so I knew, like, I wanted to live on a beach and be near all those amenities. And so Roxas City checked all those boxes for me. What I learned very quickly, if you wanted a place on the beach, is you gotta be flexible, and you gotta have an open mind and be inventive. There is probably, if your budget was thousands of US dollars a month, then you're gonna probably have less problems. Other than there probably be not many things that are in that level. But for the most part, if you have enough money, you can make anything happen. But say you're trying to get a rent, below $500, $700 US a month, but you wanna live on the beach, well then yeah, you gotta get inventive. So at my house, I rented at 20,000 pesos a month, but I had to put in a ton of money in renovations, so you try to get a long-term rental. Well, this US expat that has been living here in Roxas City for about a year and a half now so far, renting at different places, finally got what he was looking for here on the beach. Now, this opportunity is just like mine. He had to actually have a vision and a plan. But the cool thing about it is not only is he not going to be paying any rent, but he's going to profit from his rental, and he's going to live in it. So I'll explain it all like this. So right now we are on the main floor. All right, and you see it is huge, super long. And right now this is how it looks. This is pre-renovation. Well, they're actually in the midst of renovation, you'll see, but nothing on the beach here. But as you can see here, this is the view right now. Now they do plan to renovate all of this to get more of the view, and then have a nice like outdoor kitchen over here and dining area, all that kind of good stuff. But right over here, see this big space? Nobody needs this much space. And so the intention is to have a room here, a room here, and a room here. So he'll have 3 new rooms here that he's gonna rent to other expats that want to live down here at the beach at a very affordable price. So he'll be able to collect rent from that, and that. Right now there are 2 bathrooms in here with a sink on the outside. This will be fully renovated out, and it's not going to stay looking like this. There we go. It's not going to stay looking like this. When he's done, it'll be 2 nice, really nice bathrooms that we put into here that it'll be more like, like hostel style, you share and in the bathrooms. Now over here, this is another big room that's already kind of separated out. It's got its own like kitchen, sort of kitchenette thing going on in here. And then a bedroom over here, as you can see. So again, it's gonna get renovations and cleaned up and everything. And this will be a room. So now we're up to 4 apartments, rooms that he can rent out to add to his cost of living here. Now when you go to the front, still on the main floor, you see here, all this glass here. Well, this is already like an apartment, and the bed's already been pulled out of here. right here. And so right now, he already has someone who's been staying at the hotel locally here who wants to get a place near the beach, on the beach. And so he's agreed to rent out this room from him and include all of this area here so we can put in a kitchen and all that. And the gentleman who wants to rent it from him has agreed to put some money into renovating his own little space. And so all of this space will become it's already rented essentially. They're just going to work out the exact cost on it, but it will be a good portion of his monthly rent, which is amazing. And even if you get, you know, like 4 or 5 guys in here or that kind of thing, there's still plenty of space here. As you can see, you can park several different motorcycles and scooters, that kind of thing. You won't be able to bring cars, but you could park a car over onto the sides of the road. Anyway, let's go upstairs. This is where my friend is going to be living, and it's being renovated currently. So you'll see some people working in here right now. This is going to be the bedroom in this hallway here. And here you go.
Hello.
Hello guys. And so this will be the bedroom. They're just getting the windows done, the walls done, the ceiling done, everything. The CR is going to be over here. There's nothing to see right yet. So the bathroom will be put in here. I don't know if that's going to be, I guess it's probably going to be wood. I'm not sure if it's going to be a window or not, like a frosted window. Probably for some light actually. And so this will be the bathroom. That'll be coming off of the bedroom. Now there's just that 2 of them, and they're like us. They don't need a lot of space. And this is going to be their living space. With a plan for this a little later on. So yeah, they'll have their TV, everything when the walls get all done. They'll be over on this wall over here. They're going to have over here, they're going to have their sofa and all that good stuff over there. Their dining table sort of thing going on over here. They're going to get rid of all of this. And they're going to modify this a bit, and they're going to have big sliding windows so you can open everything right up to the beach. And then not right away, but the plan is to then put a sliding, with the sliding windows, is they're going to be able to walk right out, and they're going to have to modify this roof to do it. And they're going to put in a flatter type of roof on this section anyway. And then they're going to have a deck that they can walk out, and then they'll have a patio overlooking the ocean. As you can see right now, you can see it off and a little bit into the distance, but over there is actually even better. But the breeze coming in here is fantastic. So it's really, really, really nice to be up here. And you just hear the crashing waves for the most part once all of this is closed off. Right now you can hear the road traffic, but you got to keep in mind there's no windows, there's no wall, the door is wide open, everything right now. So they're going to have a nice spot in here when they're all done, and I'm looking forward to seeing it when it's all finished. And I know they're really, really, really excited to get going and get moving in here. So once they get this part done, then they can start focusing on everything down below. So now you're going to be wondering, okay, so how much did he have to pay to get a place like this right on the beach, right in the heart of everything? 28,000 pesos a month. Now the lease is written in a way that they have 2 years with up to him multiple renewals of 1 year each time after that. So he has the option to continue to renew. The price though will only be fixed for 3 years. So will not go up for 3 years. So on this 4th year, well, that'll be a negotiation. But this is great. Like, you know, the amount of money, things you can do for the amount of money here in the Philippines when it comes to construction is incredible. There's a lot you can do, and it'll be very low cost. You can spend just a couple $1,000s and make this look like a paradise. Maybe $3,000. And so I see something like this and I'm just blown away because I love this kind of thing. This is, to me, this is like not a blank canvas, but it's actually better than a blank canvas because you can start living in it right away pretty much and then just do work as you go. It's for people who love to tinker. You know, there's people, I know there's going to be people just in the comments going, yeah, I know. There's some people out there who just want turnkey. I don't want to worry about anything. And yeah, I get it, totally. But there's other people like myself who just love these little projects. Not like I physically do the work, but I hire people to do it. And you're able to kind of like make your dream happen. So yeah, it's really nice. It's a quiet area. We've just got some thunder going on right now. When you're down in here, you hear none of the street noises. You just hear the crashing waves, which I really appreciate that. It's almost like, because it comes in and echoes. The sound all echoes into all the cement here. So I think this is going to be really great. And I think by far, once he has all these rented out, he may make double what the rent is in profit. And so therefore it costs him nothing to live here. And he has the whole second floor, all privacy, especially once he builds his nice deck out there and everything. It could be an amazing, beautiful place for well, essentially being paid to live here. So it could go very, very well for him. But I know it's going to be a little bit of work. It's going to take some patience and everything. But I'm really excited for my friend. You know, he just recently went back to the US and came back, and he's like, I'm not going back. Every time he goes back, he's like, oh, I want to be here. So he definitely knows what he wants out of life. To really understand what he wanted, and is this the place that he wanted? And I appreciate that. And gosh, I love this. Look at that actual shade on the beach. I don't have that at my place. You want to go sit out on the beach like this or whatever, you got to sit in my Kubo. You don't have a tree that overhangs like this. It's really beautiful. So there you go, guys. So tell me, would you do something like this? Would you be open enough or ambitious enough to be able to do something like this, like renovating it all out, making your dream, even though you don't own the land? And then many people are still stuck in the same thought that we had back in the West, where you were trying to build wealth in your life for long-term stability, that kind of thing, and you know, generational wealth and all these things. But once you've retired and you've moved on to, you know, this warmer climates in Asia, that kind of thing, is it really your priority anymore to build wealth with your property, with your house, that kind of thing? You now have your pension, you have your regular money coming in, and you just want to live your life every day. I'm not sure it matters so much that you don't own the land anymore. I think it matters more about how many experiences you're going to have for the remaining days that you have during your years for your life in your retirement. And that's why I don't think it matters to too many people that they can only lease land, lease places, that kind of thing. And renovating, and you enjoy what you're going to have from it, in my opinion, nothing wrong with it. Anyway, put your own comments down below. I would love to hear from them. I know I'm going to hear a lot of negative ones, but it is what it is. So tomorrow we're going to be at Black Sands for their grand opening. Roxas City is definitely booming, and that is a good sign of things to come for this city. So come on down to Roxas City. Make sure you check out the Canadian Beaver, of course. We newly renovated, got a whole new menu and everything. So you got to come and check us out. We're going to be heading also out in 2 days from now to El Nido. We're going to do a road trip. Not many people think you can drive to El Nido and the rest of Palawan. We're going to Corona and all that too. And it's true, you can, but it's not going to be cut and dry. It's not going to be super easy. It's not going to be luxury, that kind of thing, to get there. Once we're there, I'm sure it will be. But so it'll be very, very interesting how we get all the way to El Nido by motorbike without taking one 34-hour ferry all the way there. We found another route, but it is going to be quite the adventure. So stay tuned. I hope you guys watch, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you very much. Make sure you're subscribed. All right, bye-bye.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I